Welcome to the second episode of Curse of Mud and Mystery. This is the model Curse of Straw, but it's changed, improved, transformed into something else, and is played in Frostmark's setting and with Frostmark's system. Together with me, I have my awesome players. I have Julie, who plays Illyria the Magus. Say hi.
Hello.
I have Krakus the Gnome, who plays a Ranger. Say hi.
No.
I also have Nyx the Tiefling Bard. Hello.
Hello.
Nice. And Sir Oof, Paladin Goliath. Say hi.
Oof.
What I failed to mention last time that I will for the coming episodes is a content warning about horror, gore, and bad language, just so you are aware.
Fuck.
Exactly. And what happened last time? Well, an invitation from the Count of Barovia found its way to the Protectorate, handed in by a mysterious tiefling called Nyx Navarre. Navarre?
Navarre.
Navarre. Nyx, called Nyx.
It's Navarre.
Navarre, okay, Navarre. And the Protectorate sent two of its most brilliant diplomats to make contact with the Count and enter into a diplomatic discussion. They traveled with Nyx and his friend, Krakus, the gnome, who was traveling with Nyx because they're good friends, because there might be new mushrooms in Barovia, and Nyx also wanna show his home to his friend.
Mostly his mushroom.
Upon entering the valley of Barovia, they stepped through a wall of mists that seemed to move on its own in all kind of spooky manners, and they entered into a muddy, dark, and thick forest that seemed to not let in sunlight. Upon further investigation, they realized later that it's like the mists are in the sky as well, turning the Valley of Barovia into an eternal land of dusk. They traveled down the road. They found a road sign written in blood, "Welcome emissaries," and some kind of dust, a clothing that was spattered with blood, wagon wheels, and horse tracks that all seems to be gone. Very mysterious indeed. And later on, during one of their camping sites, they were attacked by wolves, and large monstrous wolves the size of bears. It was a hard fight, but eventually the party won, and every wolf that attacked the party had a necklace with some writing on it that all of them said "Welcome" in blood. And that is where we left off. Yes. During these nights, I forgot to mention last time, I will allow Krakus, your Outlander background,
Yes.
as well as your natural explorer ability from Predator, together with Nick's ability to be a cartographer. You two together will tinker on this.
I was about to say, what was that blur?
No. Okay. Alright, yeah, I see that.
I forgot to give it to reveal the name. I should do that. So together during your travels, you will be able to reveal more and more areas on this map, so you have a bearing of where you are. This map is not exact though, because it's very hard to be completely, exact when it comes to maps. But
You have to be some sort of creative license
yes.
to make things look pretty.
True. And yeah. Let's go back to this. Yeah, good. Took you with me. And then the sun is past its zenith, and yet in this open landscape it still feels suspiciously like dusk. You walk past several decrepit hamlets dotting the fields outside of the village of Barovia. You see some gaunt frames using the remaining hours of sparse daylight to work the fields. Most of the fields around you lay barren. The autumn harvest seems to have passed some time ago. Some farmers seem to prepare the fields to go into rest during the winter. Others try to leach as much nourishment they can from the earth by sowing seeds for a winter harvest. As you get closer to the outskirts of the village proper, you see a badly handled and massive carriage, decorated and painted mostly in dark purple, with the symbol of House Nonnell clearly and proudly visible on its broadside. All the doors have been ripped open, the horses are all missing, and two half-elves, dressed in what seems like hunter's garb, is having a small auction in front of a crowd of about a dozen. In their grips are fine clothing, furs, and jewelry.
Interesting. I did not think that. Well, first off, before I say anything, would I recognize, since this is very close to what Nyx is aware of and knows, definitely the fine clothing, but also what looks to be like a gypsy caravan that has been ransacked?
No. This has a distinctly different design to it. A gypsy caravan is a wagon is usually a rounded top that is stretched with cloth to keep out the weather, creating these domes. This is a box, and it is longer than it is wide. So it's like a carriage, like a very nice noble carriage where 4 people can sit times 2 after each other. So it's huge, and the front of it, this contraption where you can, I don't know what the name of that is, where you can attach the horses, is large enough for 6 horses.
Or one Sir Oof.
And there's some gold leaf on the sides and around the windows, and it's almost like you can live in there. Yeah.
Interesting. Then I'll look down at Krakus and say, "See, Krakus, things are not all so bad here in Barovia. Look how they are so colorful and wanting to sell things. It is not so devoid of life. Maybe they will help break up the monotony if we listen to see what they're auctioning off. What do you say?"
Next, I was thinking actually, you don't have a mobile house that looks like a good mobile house, and we have that big oaf. You can push it. I'm rich. I can buy us a decent house for you. I know you're homeless and all.
You mean, did you have to bring it up in front of our new friends?
Well, it's a nice looking property over there. Let's go for a decent price. What is the price?
You're homeless too. We are both homeless. We have been homeless for a while, yet you bring it up now. Why? I don't know. Maybe it's a lack of mushrooms in your system, perhaps. But still, Tact, my friend, tact.
Sorry, Nexus. Sorry, Nexus. I have got money. Just saying, I got money.
Maybe you'll find a home that is maybe a little more manageable than just this massive crate. I prefer something a little bit more streamlined, aerodynamic, if you will.
Like a barrel?
Yes, like a barrel, Crackers.
Can we just put him into barrel already?
I hope that you don't have such harsh feelings against me. We did have a little bit of a spat earlier on, but I hope you forgive me by now. I was just merely suggesting to my good friend Krakus that perhaps it might break up the monotony of the road to just listen for a bit and enjoy the fruits of this wonderful land of Barovia.
What do you think, sir?
Shall we go to the town?
As you think about what to do, the crowd is parted in two as a tall and lanky half-elf, 40s, 50s maybe, push himself through the crowd, having a little bit of an issue because of they don't seem to be very strong. But they make themselves up to the auctioneers, and they seem to recognize him. They seem to have a spat between each other, and you're a little bit too far away to hear what is said. And there seems to be some arguing back and forth until the tall and lanky man calls out louder, "Periwinkle!" And a large 2-meter tall half-elven teenager parts through the crowd like the crowd were just sticks, rippling muscles. Oof, you feel yeah, you're like yeah.
Kindred spirit.
Yeah, in spirit you. It's like
How much do you bench, bruh?
bromance here, bro intimidation, like a thing going on. And immediately the auctioneers goes silent. A pouch of money is given to the auctioneers, and they then leave all the wagon and the stuff behind, grumbling to each other, heading towards the village, whilst the tall and lanky man, together with the brawly teenager, seems to gather all the wares that were left behind as the crowd disperses and leaves.
Well, that was interesting.
Guys, there's only 2 of them, and there's all that stuff. I think we can take them.
I don't think that's a good idea.
What if he's right? We can take them.
Yeah, the big one knows it.
Because we
Not a good idea, but
doesn't mean we should.
Next.
I think, first impressions? We are on a somewhat of a diplomatic mission, are we not?
We shouldn't, come in here and just, I don't know, murder somebody right away. I don't think that leaves a good first impression, so I have
Why
to...
are you thinking murder? I mean, we're just showing that we have strength. I mean, first impressions are important, yes, if we show we're strong.
Okay, beating up then, it's also not a good first impression.
It's a good impression to wear those furs.
You called, Krakus. We'll be in a tavern very soon, but maybe we can find out what that whole thing was about.
That
After all,
Let's get closer. I wanna look
I'm
at it.
actually interested in as well.
I'll stroll on over as the others agree. Try and get within earshot of any just further discussions.
You can hear the tall, lanky man bark out orders to the other one. That thing too, Pararipple. Put it in there. Now, shop, we need to go back. We're losing business hours. We can't have the shop closed this long. Hurry up. Yes. Yes, I'm trying. Uncle, calm down. I'm going as fast as I can. Well, if you don't do it fast enough, there won't be stuffer. Supper? Oh, Uncle, no, please. I will be so hungry. And it carries on a little bit like that.
Poor man.
I'll walk up
Maybe we
to.
should beat at least one of them up.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
After you, Illyria, and Nyx
no.
pats you on the shoulder and casts guidance.
I'd
Yeah, get up.
rather not, but I mean, maybe we should just leave them alone. It's none of our business, really.
But
Well,
the furs.
We never know. There could be some opportunities here. You are new in the land of Barovia, and perhaps their hospitality will give you some introduction.
We could offer them some help. They seem to be in a hurry.
I don't mean manual labor. What do you take me for?
And I asked, and she just kind of like looks to Sir Oof. I probably mean mostly you.
Oh. Feels bad, man.
So,
Alright. It seems like they're, at this point, they've just thrown most of the stuff into the carriage. And the lankier, older half-elf goes, Alright, Parrywhipple, you take the front, I will push for the back. But, Uncle, shouldn't we use the horses? We left them at home. We cannot leave the thing. People will take it. You need to listen to me. I'm smart. Yeah, I know. Yeah, goes to the front and slowly, but actually doing it, pushing the carriage forward down the dirt road whilst
Can I chase after, before they get too far away? I want to,
they're
half.
They're really slow. So
It's I want to go at the front where the young butch guy is, and just walk along with my hands behind my back, sort of mocking in a nonchalantly way that he is putting a lot of effort in and I am not.
Oh no!
And I'm just gonna say, well, that is quite the hole that you have there. It's strange to find such a thing so far outside of Barovia. Is this yours?
Oh, you are a colorful figure. You study.
We study, yes, absolutely. You are very smart, aren't you?
I try.
Well, you being so smart, you can probably tell me, did you mean to leave your cart way outside of Barovia?
Oh, I don't think this is Uncle's card. I never seen it before, but maybe it is. But he is successful enough to have something like this, I think. At least we just got this.
Such a smart man that you are. Do you think it would be wise to take a random cart off the side of the road? What if it belonged to someone very powerful?
Really?
Yes, have you not thought about that?
Should I? Uncle
Maybe your uncle is in danger.
Uncle Cantemir, are we in danger?
Oh no!
Who are you talking to over there, Power Wimple? Who? And the face of lanky older half elf peeks out from the back of the carriage, finding Nixon's eyes. Vistani, what are you doing here? This is our hall. Get out of here.
I beg to differ, my good friend. I mean, this is not just finders keepers. This is what is right. Perhaps this is from somebody I know, property. At least give me a chance to look it over for any traces of clues.
You cannot fool me, Vistani. You have no jurisdiction here.
And
Besides-
you do.
Besides, I bought it fair and square from those gentlemen. And wherever they found it, I have no idea. So you see, I am in no problem here. Do we have a problem?
I approach from
You
behind.
might still be
Shield
trading
goes
in
through his spine.
stolen goods.
It is not stolen, to my knowledge. I bought it from the hunters, and where they got it, I could care less. Now, if you all excuse us, we have a business to run. And he continued pushing.
Crocus would like to step in front of the cart to try and stop it from moving.
Uncle Cantemir. What is it now? There's a small child standing in front of me.
How dare you? I am a ranger from the north.
Wow, okay, Mr. Aragon. You're not a child? You must be like me then. Taller.
I just look over at Nick, just really insulted. He's doing it. He's doing it.
Or do you also experience abnormal growth?
Or lack thereof.
And I'm just looking at Sir Oof, who's probably given a look.
Alright, by now, Uncle Cantemir comes stomping up the side of the carriage towards you. Now listen here! What? Are you? What are you supposed to be? A little
I
child?
am a
No?
crocus. I'm a crocus, and this ladle's seen a lot, and if you carry on the way you're going, I'm gonna have Sir Oof hold you, and I'm gonna bop you.
A
I
crocus?
do like grabby hands.
I never heard of such a thing. You
I
must be outsiders. Oh, well, let me tell you how things work here in the village of Barovia. If you have a problem, you take it up to the burgomaster. All right, don't bother me, or else I will call for the guards.
Can you point the way to this burgomaster?
Burgomaster? Yes,
I
we
said
are all walking towards it if you could not slow us down!
Oh, let's go together.
I think Illyria actually is laughing as well.
Tremendous news! Then you can at least help us push.
Oh
No,
yeah, sure.
That's your problem that you can bring up to
I-
the whatever matter.
I kind of wanna go up to Nyx and just kind of like whisper to him like, what exactly was your plan here?
I'm trying to gain their I'm saying this whispering. I'm trying to gain their trust.
He was
If we can
talking
get their
to
trust, we can jump on their back and
You're not Nyx!
oh shoot. Alright,
Well, I didn't have a plan. I was merely trying to find information, and then when he let slip that this was merely acquired goods, I had a little bit of a suspicion that this was not all above board. They did mention the hunters, though, so perhaps they are the people that we want to question about certain derelict acquirements.
Is this acquirement really any of our concern, though?
Not the acquirement. I don't know why you guys are wanting to rob these people. I was just merely finding out a little bit of information. You are very
I'm not
eager.
trying to rob these people. He is. And she points to Kraken.
The acquisition, nothing wrong with that.
Crackers, they do not have mushrooms, likely.
I think this special one might do.
Maybe not the mushrooms you're after.
I don't like his ears.
They are, the Cantemir seems to be dressed pretty well from what you have seen from the other farmers around. The clothing aren't super decorated, but it seems to be of high quality and be sturdy. And around his neck is a single piece of jewelry, except for his rings, a jasper stone that seems to gleam. Whilst Periwinkle seems to be dressed for work.
What would you like to do, esteemed delegates of the Protectorate?
Yeah, oof.
Well, we might as well help out and kind of make up for the trouble we caused.
Yes, gain their trust.
I'm like, I look at my muscles. I could use a workout.
Sure, be my guest. I'll be over here.
I push.
Crocus also tries to help.
Okay. From where do you help, Krakus?
I'm going to grab a wheel and just end up being like dragged by it.
Alright.
Wait, so the carriage has working wheels, right?
Yes, it is. It's a little bit ruffled up, but it's still working.
I'll push from the back. Pulling
Wait.
sucks.
Alright, with
As they're pushing, and I'm stepping away, like watching them. Can I determine if this carriage was assaulted or had some sort of battle to bloodstains or scratches or arrow marks or things like that?
Let's roll investigation with cunning.
Ooh.
Yeah, I am so cunning right now.
I'm not.
Crocus is just getting hit in the face by wheel and mud.
Illyria
Oof.
just questioning her life choices.
I mean, the damage seems to be a little bit everywhere. There's some blood splatter on it, but you can't really ascertain any or glean any more information from it. It seems to be a little bit mishandled and seems to have some kind of signs of the battle. Whatever happened. But you don't glean any information from it.
Just old, I guess.
To the Burgomaster, I bet.
Alright.
Let's go.
Uncle Cantemir looks up at Sir Oof, a twinkle of fear in his eyes, and says, Good man! Thank you for the help! Alright, let's just now push forward.
Oof.
And
As I push, I say oof.
And a legend is born.
Roll credits.
you push for like 10 minutes or so, and then finally you see these tall shapes that loom out of the dense fog. The muddy ground that is underfoot and changes to slick and wet cobblestone, and the tall shapes after a minute or two becomes recognizable as village dwellings. The windows of each house there are from pools of blackness. No sound cuts the silence except for mournful sobbing that echo throughout the streets from a distance. And as you carefully walk down the street, you do see several villages in the village proper. Fewer than what you would have expected from the size of this town, and they all see you approach, and they stop with whatever they're busying themselves, take several steps back if they deem themselves too close, and then stare with a distrustful expression.
I look towards the the fucking uncle guy. Like, any reason for this?
You're outsiders, you see? It's not many of you. You are something I've never seen before, and yet I've had one or two adventuring groups come through my doors, buying wares from me, but I've never seen your kind. No. But,
So you shopkeeper?
well, yes. I run Buildrough Mercantile, you see? The only worthwhile place in town.
Uh-huh. I continue.
So yes, I am used to your presence. This may not be.
I don't reply anymore.
Alright. He looks a little bit awkward. Alright. Periwinkle, you can stop now. Oh, okay, Uncle. And he puts down the carriage. And Cantemir turns to all of you. Thank you for the assistance. I think we can handle it from here. Here. And he ruffles through his attire and brings up a silver piece and hands it over to Sir Oof. Thank you so much for the assistance. Now,
No problem.
I need to go and get all of this situated in my shop, and in an hour or two, I am open for business.
I just leave and return to the group. Silver piece in my hand.
Rokas proceeds to try and sneak into a box. He's going to break in.
Jesus.
Just see him like trying to jump into a box, his height being a bit of a problem.
Can I try and notice him?
Yeah, are you trying to be stealthy, or are you just trying to jump into a box?
He's trying to sneak in a box, right?
I'm trying to stealthily jump into a box, which is not very stealthy action to do, so...
Let's do a stealth check with the dexterity to not make any noise here. And you can roll a perception,
With...
Sir Oof, with composure.
That's right. Yeah.
So, I just had a brain fart. I don't know where I was. I'm rolling, obviously, right?
Yes, you're rolling
Yes.
stealth with dexterity.
Yes.
Stealth with dexterity. Wait a minute. It's been so long. Give me a minute. Okay. Wait a minute. Buttons to be pressed. You think? I think it's just +2, I think. Or is this just an old sheet? Meh. Okay. I think it's just +2.
I don't notice him.
Alright, so if you actually do not notice
Too small for me. He isn't in my vision.
yeah. Yeah, indeed. You
Isn't
don't
it?
you don't take notice to such small creatures. Who don't
It's
bother
like a
you.
mouse for me.
Yeah, exactly. Beneath you.
Very
An inconvenience when I step on them.
However, Periwinkle actually voices, Uncle, did you hear that? Did something happen to the back of the carriage? What? What do you mean? What kind of silliness are you up to now? And he, Cantemir does look in the back as well, lifts open a lid, and stares down at Krakus. face.
Right. Have you got any pipes? I broke some a while back.
I will make something absolutely clear to you, Crocus. You can mess with me once, but you cannot mess with me twice.
Can I come over and pick Crocus up after hearing this commotion?
Yeah, definitely.
I come and pick him up and just... Sorry. And just drag him back to the group.
Grockus is looking a little bit disappointed, like,
Don't expect any discounts from me now.
No discount!
Don't stand around, Periwinkle. Continue pushing this. We need to be home. And slowly
There
but surely,
goes our chance to be friends.
yeah. Sadness.
No.
As Sir Ufa comes back with Crocus in hand, Nix is gonna just give Crocus a disparaging look with his arms folded across his chest, and he says, Crocus, I'm not going to ask, but something tells me perhaps you might want to refrain from doing things that would warrant you to be within the clutches of Sir Oof in the future. Who knows how tight his grip is? Who knows how tight his grip really is? He seems very capable.
Yeah, but you said we could take him, so I'm not too concerned.
Take him where, though? It's it looks like there's not many restaurants open.
Yeah, no.
Small smirk. A little bit of blush.
However, it is likely that the tavern to warm your cockles and hearts might be open. It is a little more bare than I remember, if I'm certainly honest. Much fewer lights on in the windows.
Well,
We might as well.
might as well. I'm down for a tavern.
You continue down the road a few more meters, and another few meters up ahead, you spot a person who is the first one who dared to give you a smile and welcoming expression. Everyone else you have so far seen who hasn't been Periwinkle and Uncle Cantomy has been avoiding you or staring at you.
I say, is that your cousin Nix? It's awfully smiley.
He's not a tiefling, is he?
No, it's an old woman, half elf. Judging by the generous wrinkles that marred her skin, she sits on top of a cart displaying dozens of small and appetizing pies. The villager in front of her draws her attention back to him. His head hangs low, a small shake to his hand as he hands over what seems to be a few coins. And the woman smiles out in pity, giving him 2 pies instead of 1, judging by the surprised look on his face. He scurries away as soon as the pie touches his hand. And then the woman turns back at you again and shouts out, "Oh, dearie me! New faces! Do you want some pie?"
Crocus immediately says to the group, "Beware the old lady."
Reminds him of the
Thinking
hag.
that you are just wanting to eat everything in sight, Crocus.
Yeah, no, I do not trust this woman.
Gotta go over to her and say, Grandma, it's been a while, has it not?
"Oh, Avistani, I always love seeing you. You are so colorful and happy. Now, tell me, have you eaten enough? You look a little bit thin."
I'm trying to lose weight, actually, Granny. I've been on the road for a while, and with my very stout friend over there, he is quite adept at cooking. But tell me, has there been any strange people other than us come through here?
Strange people. That's an interesting question. I mean, I've seen nothing as strange as those two over there. Such a large man. Tell me, do you have a fiance?
No.
Well,
A big
oh, you
girl
mean
like you should definitely find a cute little girl to settle down with. And you are so small. Are you sure you're eating enough?
No, Illyria's fine.
What?
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 Oh, that's funny. You're a smart one. You are going to grow up and become something. I believe that. Yes, indeed. To answer your question, Vistani, there has been some more wine imports as of late from you people, but otherwise things have been quiet. Except for that large carriage that just, I haven't seen anything like that before.
No, it was kind of a strange thing for us to encounter as well, but is business good?
Oh, business is really good. I'm very, very happy. I can give some money on the side to the different orphans of Barovia. You see, my mother taught me a little bit of magic, and with my pies, I imbue them with that magic, so there can be some happiness in this very, very dreary world. And that's all I want to do.
Yes, you say.
I whisper to, well, probably Crocus wouldn't hear, it's too low, but I whisper to the Illyria, that sounds mighty suspect.
It does.
Next we go, happiness, you say? Well, I am always up for happiness. How much per pie?
Oh, as there's a little bit of magic in there, it takes a little bit of creating these, so usually they go for 1 GP, but for all of you, I want to give you a welcoming gift of coming into Barovia, so you'll get them all for free. But after that, you have to pay. A granny needs to eat.
Oh, you are too kind to us, Grandma. I'm sure my new friends would enjoy such delicacies from Barovia. Thank you so much. And he will scoop 3 pies out and distribute them to Illyria, Seruf, and Crocus.
I imagine as you turn around, you see just all 3 of us just sort of shaking our heads.
Enjoy yourself now. You know where to find me.
Yeah, I'm sure you want a delicacy of the lands, do you not? You must be starving.
Yes, but my people have a tradition of only eating sitting down. So there's no seats here, so... Let's find
Curious, but civilized. Certainly, Saruf, you are more dignified than I expected.
Alright.
I just whisper, old people creep me out.
I just hand one to Crocus and hold Illyria's and Oof's.
Oh. You feel a little bit accosted as you walk down a few more meters down the road as somebody else seems to want your attention. A raven lands on a rooftop just above the road and caws several times forcefully in your direction. I can't sound like a raven.
Is that...
What?
Thank you, Yoey.
Damn,
Thank you.
Is that bird like? I'm not
Sick.
imagining things, guys. Am I?
It's a
jumps a
raven
little bit,
area.
moves his head to the side, caws at you again. It seems healthy, and it seems to have some kind of blue shimmer to its to its feathers, its wing feathers. It's almost like it's been dyed.
Huh. Well, I'm still holding the pie awkwardly, like, away from me. Like, I extend my hand out holding it.
It flies from the rooftop further down the road, like 2-3 houses down. Looks over to you guys and caws again.
That bird sounds different.
We are to follow the strange bird who screams like a hag.
Lyria will just kind of like, tug on Nick's coat or whatever. Is that normal around here?
Well, he is quite a rambunctious raven, but yes, there are many ravens in Barovia.
We haven't seen any on the way here. This is the first raven.
You have heard the
we
ravens
have,
in the forest. I didn't
But we
know
haven't
that.
seen them.
No, you haven't seen them, but you have heard them.
I raise my pie even higher up, trying to beckon the raven to come eat the pie.
It is said amongst my people, though, that ravens are to be somewhat revered.
Not eaten.
No, certainly not eaten. That will be tremendous bad luck.
I'm not
But it
eating
is said
pie.
that it is delicious, probably, Krakus. What's the worst thing that can happen?
What happened to Jeff? Jeff got eaten by a hag. The hag offered him a sausage, and then he became a sausage. I don't want to talk
Are you calling me a hag, Krakus?
Whatever that creature was back there wasn't human. Definitely wasn't human. Definitely wasn't elven. Rah.
But it is said that ravens they carry the lost souls to their last resting place, and I try not to accost them if I can help it.
Fair
What
enough.
I'm trying to get at is why does this bird seem to beckon us?
I think that is all in your head, Illyria. Have you not seen a raven before?
Meanwhile, I'm calling the bird.
Plenty on the way, and none quite like this.
I just want to know how Sir Oof is calling a bird, considering he's a man of many words.
Like a cat.
I feel like Illyria has like this threatening look, this threatening glance towards Nyx again, where she's just like, so close to.
What did I do? I didn't do anything. What are you looking at me for like that?
As seeing Sir Oof's pie and his beckoning
I
like
mean,
a
you
cat,
just call me crazy, so there's that.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
the raven pushes out his feathers a little bit and his wings, and then it drops his head and then shakes it back and forth.
Interesting.
You've known Sir Oof for a while, Illyria?
Yeah, I mean, we're
We've
working
met.
together.
As I'm coming back.
Yeah.
I want to do this like before you come back, really? I just should we expect Sir Oof to go ahead and call every animal he sees, like it is some sort of pet?
No.
Then what the hell?
He's
He just
probably
wants
hungry.
pie, really.
I just, I didn't expect this of someone from the Protectorate, I suppose. You all come in certain shapes and sizes, don't you?
Yeah, you lot are weird.
Eat your pie, Krakos.
I ain't touching no hag witchery.
Then give it back. I'll have it.
No, careful with it. It could be explosive. No sudden movements.
Can I, while nobody's maybe looking, like I look back at the group, try to see when nobody's looking, just throw the pie away, and just say the bird ate it.
Do a stealth, a subterfuge with cunning.
Ah, yes. Subterfuge with cunning, yes, my strong suit. Let me just put a minus here.
All right.
Oh no.
I guess everyone has a passive perception that is higher than 8.
Yep.
Out
Indeed.
of the corner of your eye, you see something meaty fly through the air.
I turn around. Bird got my pie.
Right, I'm sure we head to the tavern.
Hell yeah.
Let's go to the tavern. Is the bird still there?
Yeah, still looking at you and like waving his feathers a little bit.
Just real
Let's
quick with the pie.
To the tavern, and Illyria just kind of like continues, just like looking at this bird.
Alright. You leave the area and you glance back one final time towards the pie that is lying in the mud in an alleyway. And you see a dark figure dart in between the houses and scoop up the half-ruined pie and run away.
Okay.
You continue down the road, and the bird seems to travel in front of you, cawing at you to keep your attention. Let me go here.
Okay. Is anybody like other than Illyria concerned by this, or is it just Illyria who's
It's
like?
a bird.
Marcus is half deciding whether they eat the bird or not, but sadly we haven't stopped long enough for him to flip a coin.
Smart bird though.
Okay, just Illyria though. Got it. Just Illyria then.
You've been walking in this direction, and the bird takes us this way, and it's the same way as it's towards the tavern. You notice Nyx because you know where it is, and then it takes a hard right, and as you move round the corner as well, the raven sits on top of the sign that says "Blood of the Divine."
We're in the center, right?
Yes, this here is oh god, this here is the tavern.
And we're currently here.
Yeah.
Round the
Oh,
corner.
establishment.
And the bird is like sitting on top of a sign right there.
On the
Yeah,
tower.
yeah. Just-
It says blood of the divine.
yes, blood of the vine.
Oh, blood of the vine. Ah,
Yes.
blood divine. Got it.
Blood of the vine.
No, that's actually a discovery for me as well. I'm so sorry. I thought you said divine all this time.
And from the tavern, you see a single shaft of light thrust through the main square. It brightens, looking like a solid pillar in a heavy fog above the gaping doorway. The sign hangs precariously askew, for which the birds hop on. Another caw is heard, the same raven perching, and then it tips its head back and forth and then flies away abruptly.
Gosh darn it, we're eating bird tonight now.
And Nyx will take the lead and strut with confidence, without waiting for his friends, like rubbing his hands together as he plows through the door of the Blood and Vine, and make a grand entrance as if he's meant to be there.
Yeah, like open up the doors. And yeah, definitely.
Yep. Emperor's New Groove style, slam open the doors.
Boom, baby.
Exactly.
Oh, baby!
I was just about to say that.
Stole your thunder. Ha ha ha.
I crouch onto the door and get in.
Pain.
Crocus
Sounds like
looking
there's
at
no Goliath here, so I'm guessing the doors is like standard 2 meters high.
Yeah.
Standard code. Yep, I crouch.
Crocus does the same, basically like imitating.
Illyria looks like off into like direction where this bird flew off for a little bit, but then just kind of like goes after the others because, you know, she's not weird or anything, you know. But there was definitely something off about this bird.
Yeah. All right. It's very cozy inside. A few tables scattered in different corners. Glasses and mugs and small games spewed about. And it's not very tidy. It's pretty chaotic, but it has a homely feeling to it. And there's a fireplace in the corner that is crackling. And from a table, it's also pretty calm. It's just a few patrons inside. But from a table, 3 red-skinned women look very, very bored.
No skin doesn't tiefling, yeah.
Like a native Indian. You
Yeah, I was
racist.
thinking like, Isn't that
Okay.
You look very pretty.
Yeah, they are very pretty, and just like Nyx, they are dressed colorfully, jewelry in open display, several necklaces after each other, in the, where one would only show their one necklace. It seems these ladies hang on every necklace they have. Their hands full of rings. But there seems to be having some kind of early supper with some mugs, looking bored, until they look up and see Nyx. A warm smile spreads on all of their lips, and the one dressed in a white shirt immediately peeks up. Oh, Nyx! It is you!
Ladies, I'm back!
Oh,
How have you been?
oh, bless Mother Eva! You're here! Oh, I thought my day would be so bad, but looking up now.
Oh, it's okay. Is this Mirabelle? Is it?
This is the middle one, Sorvia.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, I had to go see the world. What did you expect? Me to just sit around here and wait for you? I bring some strange curiosities that I'm sure will make your night be much more exciting. Come, look what I have. And he gestures towards Illyria, Crocus, and Serov.
You bring outsiders.
Yes, I've been on quite a travel.
Wow. The older of the 3, Alenka, who owns this place, who is a little bit more stern, a little bit more dutiful, also stands up. Nyx, your family has been worried about you greatly. They didn't know where you took off. There are some Vistani that are left in mists trying to search for you.
Lenka, none of that now. We can talk about family gatherings and boring such topics after a lot of mead, perhaps. Or it depends. Do you have that good wine? How has it been? I believe it's called Dragon Crush. I believe I forget.
Sorbia continues saying, "Of course we have wine, brother. Of course. And we will be drinking Dragon Crush, not that purple mash that we only serve that to the Barovians."
Of course,
Come.
and for my friends.
Come in,
No.
come in. The first thing to on the house, as you know, familiar face and homecoming and all of that. But after that, I don't know. And this is a little bit weird to you because usually there's a little bit more wine flowing.
Do you have any non-alcoholic drinks? Juice, water, milk?
Non-alcoholic?
Non.
I am sorry, sir. Sophia, I didn't know he didn't drink.
The youngest Mirabelle picks up for the first time. Non-alcoholic sounds more like undrinkable.
Sure. Do you have it?
Well, I guess we have something from the well outside, but since we can't really pay, force you to pay for water, so go and pick it up yourself.
You said the first drink was free.
Drink, not undrink. And Alenka picks up. Mirabelle, be a bit more nice. Go out and fetch water for these outsiders. We are welcoming and hospitable as Vistani, you know this. Whatever you say, big sis. She leaves the room. I'm sorry. You know how they can be in their teenage years.
Good.
They start clearing the table. Sorbia starts clearing the table and invites you. Come, sit down. I need to hear about where you're from.
Nix will just sit down and kick his feet up onto the table. He doesn't have table manners per se. Just gets real comfortable real quick.
Awesome.
I awkwardly try to fit myself on the seat. Massive thighs are all up against the table. Barely fitting under the table. Knees are scraping it.
Sorbia goes, "Oh my, you are a big one, sir. Do you want to share instead?"
Sure.
Alright, let me go and fix that for you. She runs
Down there, Oof. You've already got her attention with your big thighs.
Illyria also kind of awkwardly sits down and just sort of looks around the room.
Yeah, there seems to be two other patrons inside. Another tiefling, dressed like the Vistani, sitting in the corner, really down in the cups, really drunk. The other one seems to be a handsome blonde half-elf that pretends to not look at you, but really, really do look at you.
Oh my.
All of you. Curious seems to be observing you, but as soon as your eyes meet his, he looks down into his drink, a bit embarrassed that you caught him.
Ah, yes, I know that. That is me in social situations all the time.
Crocus is basically at the table, his nose is just resting on the table, his eyes are just looking around.
Alenka goes over to the bar and brings out 2 bottles of wine, comes back with some new glasses and fills everybody's cup. Drink. Hope you enjoy. It's Barovia's own wine from a Wizard of the Vine vineyard.
Well, Q, I'm sure it's great.
How can you be sure? Drink it first.
Nyx will grab the cup and just like start drinking it in gulps.
Oh, you missed it? I see, says Sorvia.
Illyria just sort of like takes a small sip, just more like trying to be like, I guess, polite.
Oh, yeah. And what does Nyx answer?
Nyx burps and then looks over at Saruf and says, "You're sitting down now. Bon appetit."
Oh, I don't have a pie anymore.
Oh, that's okay. I have a spare one. Krakos didn't seem to be hungry for the first time in his life. Please, enjoy.
Crocus is right now staring at Sir Oof to see what effect it's going to have.
Upon seeing the pie, Sorvia leans over the table and says, "Oh, I didn't take you as that kind of happiness seeker, brother."
I've been on the road a while. I mean, there are things, Sophia, that I have tried that will turn your cheeks rosy. Just you wait. We'll get to it soon enough. My tales are long and filled with all sorts of tantalizing details.
Oh, don't make me
Next.
jealous!
I think she meant that these pies are drugs.
Of course they do, Sir Oof. What
Of
did you
course.
expect?
They're drugs?
Yes, I mean, they make you happy. What do you expect? Don't tell me you're one of these straight arrow kind of men who never breaks the rules. You've been in the military. I'm sure you've gotten up to your own tricks.
No.
Sick. And
fire
Nyx will
away.
take a bite of it instead.
Okay. It's tasty. Usually the food that the Barovians make are a little bit more hearty in nature, like more practical rather than flowery, if that would make sense. But this
My
one,
style then.
this one is spiced, really balanced, and it's full of goodies and it tastes really well.
Nyx wiggles in his chair.
Don't eat too much of it. Not too fast, at least. When you sleep, you will sense its effects. Says Alenka.
With a full mouth, he looks over at Crocus. Yes.
Crocus, I'm busy, what?
He's like, good.
Nah, you guys are the test subjects, not me.
Nick shrugs and continues eating it. Slower though.
You look towards
There-
Illyria.
Plenty of that left for you.
I'm like, Crocus. Fuck old tax.
Mirabelle comes back with a like a large goblet of water, slams it down on the table in front of Oof.
Normal sized goblet. Yes, thank you.
There you go. I fetched
The
your
bucket.
water, sir.
Oof.
She just looks strange at you, like, what the fuck did you just say? Now, Sorvia leans over the table. Now, Nix, you gotta tell us, why did you disappear? And why have you come back with all of these, sorry, I do not know your names, outsiders? Are you sure you know what you're doing? Leading them into the mists like this?
Where are my manners? I was just so happy to see you three once again that I completely forgot to introduce you. This is Crocus, my good friend and gnome of the marshes. This is Illyria and Sir Oof of the Protectorate. I have been on another island for sure, and
Also, Argent purifiers.
Ardent purifiers. Interesting, says Annika. But Nix, I didn't take you as the person to eat so much of this pie, nor take strangers into the mists. Are you sure
what can
you wanna
I
do this?
say? The road changes a man. It's there are new objectives and things I need to do now, and these people, these foreigners, they are joining me as I am escorting them to very important diplomatic relations.
Diplomatic relations? Was it you who stole the letter?
Me? I would never.
You
Oh,
stole
Nix,
the
says
letter.
Orvia and puts her head in there, in her hand. What have you done?
It's fine. It's fine, Elenka. Sorvia, Mirabelle, calm down. What am I? Am I like Esmeralda who just leaves and never comes back? No, look at me. I'm back.
Excuse me, what do you mean by steal the letter?
Alenka gives Nix like a question mark, like, how much do you want me to say?
Valeria, right?
To Nix. Alenka gives you like a look of like, do you want us to stay quiet? Do you want us to say something?
I'm gonna wanna like stealthily try and suggest to keep it on the down low.
Oh, okay. Well, it was.
You want me to roll or?
Party, do you want us to roll?
Absolutely. The gnome's got his ears up and is listening to this. He was here watching. Now
Alright.
he's wondering what's going on.
So there's going to be a roll from Alenka to hide her expression. So this would be definitely presence. Presence subterfuge.
Presence substitute? There is no present subterfuge.
Oh, I can do new combinations.
Oh, you can you?
Yeah, I can.
You got hide, sir.
Okay. For me or for Alenka?
For both of you, since you answered her with the
Okay.
look. And then the rest would be rolling perception intelligence. those who are interested in like who watch this exchange.
Wait,
I
it's D10.
watched this, but probably not
I'm
looking
stupid.
for.
You can reroll. You can reroll.
How did I make that a D10?
You did 10 again.
Should be +6.
Yeah, you did it again.
No.
No,
Plus-
you
It hasn't
didn't roll
rolled.
again. Oh, sorry.
Oh. Well, she re-rolled.
Do we still have that inspiration from the
Water! I want water! Where's the water? Thank you.
like?
Hey, yo,
Do we
where's the fucking water?
Wow, Crocus! Holy shit! What?
do we have like?
What?
Yes, you
Oh,
have a +6 to perception. Wow.
did our inspiration from the one shot that we got run out, or do we still have that?
What? The perception from the one shot?
Did we get like
Inspiration.
inspiration?
Oh, yeah, you can use it now if you want to. Yes, you can.
I will make it a third one in a row, just.
Yeah, and then you just like your eyes pop out.
And you roll
Boy.
Blind.
Hey,
No,
What?
you have to roll again. You have to roll again.
Oh my god, that's like one in like 100,000 or something.
This Crocus is trustworthy.
It has to be bugged.
That is.
I'm just gonna do a check here. Yeah.
No, like she.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not bugged. You're extremely unlucky.
Okay. It's just-
0.012%.
Yeah. It seems like the universe doesn't want you to notice this.
Nope. And I wasn't looking for it.
I hate myself.
But, however, Crocus, you, for some reason, you, despite their attempts to hide their little conversation, just through body language, you pick up on the cues. Jesus.
Crocus is not going to interrupt it. He's literally got his nose resting on the table right now. His eyes are just like glowing in a sense. It's kind of like they're twinkling, like, what is going on? What's going on here?
Well,
I think, to an extent, I think Crocus kind of already knows.
Oh, then he recognized what this was about.
Yeah, that's
You
what the
can,
natural 20 probably
Yeah,
means,
if you're confused, Sean, Adrian, can you just send a message on Discord, DM, so he knows what's up? Yeah, whisper.
The hive mind speak.
Discord.
Yeah.
Well, there was a letter that Madame Eva sent out to some of her other Vistani camps that are outside of the mists. Somebody else was supposed to deliver it, but it seems Nyx took it and gave it to them himself.
All right.
Interesting.
Yes,
And why would you do that?
we need to be in contact with each other.
No, I mean Nick.
Oh, my apologies.
I mean, you have your business, I have mine. We are on this journey together because you are called, so forth. And you should be happy about making
We
such
are-
a...
Called, but you seem to be a thief.
Not at all. I mean, this was available, shall we say. It was not like I stole it from the hands of a babe.
So when she says steal, she means like there was like you doing like a who's gonna get this honor, and you kind of stole it because you're so good.
Right,
we guessed it.
you are quite astute, Sir Oof. Exactly so.
Stole the competition.
Under their noses.
Under the nose, yes. I've heard this term before. Been used.
Well, knowing this information, I can finally greet you with more knowledge. You must be from this protectorate, no?
Yes. I see.
Yes, there has been rumors, says Sorbia with a little bit more lighter and faster voice, that the big bad countess finally invited people, so you are the diplomats then?
Yep.
We are indeed.
Oh, you get to meet him, exciting!
See, I did it.
They look towards each other and Sorbia says, I don't think anyone doubted you. At least we did not. We just wished you had ventured out with at least one or two or a wagon of us. Not alone.
Well, you see what I am worth. I can be a little bit surprising, Soria. Alenka, I have proven the doubts and the naysayers to be wrong.
Maybe. Madam,
Maybe! Fine.
Madam Eva always has been protective of you. Protecting
What am I,
you
a
from-
baby?
I don't know. It's up to Madame Eva. I mean, we do what Madame Eva says.
Yeah.
We always
Couldn't
knew that there
I-
was something special about you. So, I don't know how about Madame Eva will react to this. You should go to her.
Where are they now? Just so I can have it in the back of my mind where not to go straight away.
Well, like for many years now, Madame Eva has not let their pool.
They have yet to move on. God, I think you think that they would be tired of that same place.
Oh, tell me about it. All the time, back and forth from Barovia to Madame Eva, and back and forth and back and forth. I mean, if Nyx could lead the mists and go off and, you know, do other stuff outside of mists, why can't I?
Excuse me.
Why
What's the big
can't you?
deal with the mist? Leaving it and entering it.
Well, you see, Sir Oof, was it, of the Protectorate and the Argent
Uh-huh.
Purifiers? The
Uh-huh.
mists are like a wall.
No. No, they're not. It's like smoke.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree.
Yes, but the Count is the land, and he is agent. The mists are walls if they want to be.
Walls are walls, mist is mist.
Let me tell it like this. You see Arik, our barkeep over here?
Mm-hmm.
And she nods towards the bar where he seemed to have been in the kitchen, but has come out to the bar now. And it's this 40-ish year old man, really nice mustache, no little hair on top, and he takes up a piece of cloth and then starts to clean one glass really mechanically, and doesn't even look in your direction if you stares out into nothingness. That, my newfound friends, is Arik. He's born and bred Barovian, and he's a halver. Even, as you can see, there is not much there. But we hire him Out of pity, he's a good worker. He cannot leave. He's the
hire,
property of the count.
I can't believe you have an equal opportunities angle here, ladies. Halvers in your establishment? Are you losing custom because of that?
Well, half our customers are already halvers to begin with. It makes them a little bit more comfortable. And they're cheap.
Smart business move, ladies.
We do try. Says Alenka. Especially now. She leans in closer to Nyx, a little bit silent. Like more whispering.
Crocus leans in.
The blood that has been running thick and richly from the vineyard is thinning. And nobody have seen a bottle of champagne du l'estompe in weeks now.
It cannot be. I was hoping to treat my friends with such a fine beverage. Do you know why this is?
Luvash and Arikal went out to investigate a few days before. We thought it was just like a disruption of the chain or something had happened to the transport. But there was a strange aura around the vineyard. And then Arikal saw a tree walking. He didn't want to get any closer because there was a lot of weird sounds and it seemed abandoned from afar, the whole vineyard. So they backed away and we don't know what to do. Half of the Vistani in Barovia are outside the mist right now, either searching for you or importing wine.
So you're saying there is opportunity here?
Well, indeed, if somebody would be heading towards the vineyard and find that's what's been happening and make the transports come to Barovia and Valaki and Kresk and everyone else who would like it, then I think it's quite a lot of coin in that. But sadly, we three are stuck here.
Say no more, ladies. We are, I think, along that way on our journey. If we can take a little peek, see what's what. I'm sure the Protectorate wouldn't mind a little extra income, and I'm sure also my little friend here, who is sticking his nose where it doesn't belong, that there are certain delicious elements to try out.
I don't care for delicious, whatever you call it. I'm interested in some magic wood. If you want to talk about some magic wood, I can use that.
But Crocus, you have not tasted the grape of the Champagne de l'Estompe. It is so exquisite. It will make your toes tingle. Have you ever had your toes tingle?
Yes, it wasn't a pleasant experience. I'm not touching any grapes. Number off the list, he brings out a little note that just says, no pies, no grapes.
Okay. But
Me
wait,
sipping on
how
my
can
water
you
like-
read what you write?
Wait, what?
Because I think you've misunderstood. He can't read
Yeah.
any writing that isn't Gnomish. He understands Gnomish, but doesn't understand the other language by written.
Okay, I see. But you
That's
understand
been lost in
written
translation.
English.
Aha!
I see.
He
Illyria,
can write.
Illyria,
Can-
you have been a little bit suspicious, of the bird and what's happening here. And once they were having this conversation, your eyes drifted towards the barkeep, a little bit curious about what they meant about the halber. And You observe as he finishes the line of glasses, polishing all of them in a line. And when he's done with the last one, he just puts it down on the table and takes up the first one in the row and polishes a glass he's already polished. And puts it down, takes up the next, polishes it. And with that still gaze that seems to be half there, half gone. Julie?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Illyria just sort of like makes a mental note that this place is fucked.
What? That's my home.
You don't know that, but like
Yeah.
Illyria has
Notice.
observing all of this weird shit. Like she's just like, I want to get this over with. I want to get out of here as soon as possible. But she's just sort of like sipping her drink and just observing.
The drink is pretty nice. The wine is pretty nice. Good quality wine.
I will say, Crocus notices the glance that Illyria has looked at the barman, and he just starts muttering to himself. Yeah, he has got a good mustache. It is a nice mustache. Starts stroking his face like, wish I could grow a mustache.
Same little one. Same.
Nix looks over at Krakus and Saruf and like confused why they're like stroking their upper lips.
Anyway, I do think that you should go and visit Madame Eva and see what she has to say about the outsiders and you.
I don't know. I will have to think about it. It is not what I intended to do, but thank you for the insight, ladies.
Quite frankly, I would like to get this over with and leave as soon as possible.
Well, Lady Lyria, Madame Eva is a very powerful figure in the valley, and if you're going to have negotiations and diplomatic relationships with the Count, then I would definitely recommend doing so with Madame Eva as well. And it's on the road. It's on the way.
I guess we can pay her a visit.
Madame
What
Eva
do you-
also possess uncanny amounts of divining powers. She will be able to tell your fortune.
Is
Question.
she a hag?
Yeah, that is exactly the question I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
She's not a hag. She's not a hag. It's my family you're talking about here.
Hey,
How
a hag's a
dare
hag.
you call Madame Eva?
No, we didn't call her. We were asking.
Of course not. She's
Okay.
not a hag. She's a powerful magician.
A hag?
No.
Not all powerful
A witch.
magic users are hags.
She might be old, and she might
Oh.
be wise, and she might
She
make a
wrinkly.
heck of a stew, but she's not a hag.
He's
Okay.
wrinkly.
As much as I agree with you on the whole pie thing, can't go around like seeing hags everywhere.
Literally, there is a tick list, and she just takes 3 on the tick list out of 4.
Well, you shouldn't
old,
be too careful though. There are hags in the Barovian Valley.
What are you trying to do? Make him not sleep again? I just calmed him down.
It's the
Yeah,
truth,
Crocus
Nick.
starts to shake.
I
PTSD is coming back. Oh no!
But
He has a little bit of a trigger. Don't say the H word.
I am sure though, as long as you're on the Count's good side, the hags will not bother you. They are, as everything else here, his servants.
Like, Crocus is gonna immediately snap back into reality and be like, wait, he controls the hags.
He's the land. He's ancient.
He knows how to control hags. Okay, we gotta get this guy on our side.
Wait. We're bringing Crocus with us to the count. I just
Not down to the
realized.
count.
I mean,
And Illyria just sort of like looks to Sir Oof, then looks to Krakus, then looks to Nyx, is like, are we?
I mean, Nyx is envoy. We are diplomats. He is.
He is the muscle.
Crocus starts flexing. Yeah, right.
He has a certain nose for things that has saved me more than once. Perhaps you can look at him as either the muscle or I don't know. I wouldn't go as far to say the brains, but you know.
As long as he
That's
keeps his
option.
mouth shut during negotiations, I think we're fine, Sir Oof.
That's the
He's-
thing. He won't. We could
I-
tie him to the stables by the castle. There's probably stables in the castle.
No buy-ins
No,
that as strong as
I think Crocus will surprise you, Sir Oof. In fact, why don't you challenge him to an arm wrestling contest and see who wins? You've got this, Crocus, and he like hits him on the back.
Cast guidance.
Cast guidance.
All right, let's do three brawn checks each.
Yes.
One with guidance. A test of strength is
Wait a minute.
a long one.
Is it athletics or?
It's just brawn. Athletics is when there's a bit more complicated things going on.
That's a quick question. When you say good guidance, that's +5, is it?
Plus
1d4.
So,
It's not
1d4.
brawn
Okay.
athletics.
so you get it for one.
Illyria will take out.
Oh,
Oh no.
Alright.
but it's 3 rolls, right?
Yeah, okay, so what happens here in the arm wrestle, that Sir Oof, you slack off a little bit. You're like, this little guy, you know, he can never take me. So you're a little bit too slack, and the quick force that the little gnome exerts from the beginning takes you a little bit off guard, and you end up in like a 75% angle in Crocus' favor. Let's roll again.
I would have preferred at the table.
Illyria puts down a gold piece
Okay.
and looks at Nyx and says, on Sir Oof.
Yeah, you don't also have guidance for
And
these
you don't
rolls.
have the... For the
Yeah. Sorry.
Alright, you go up
That's
into...
not appropriate.
Alright. Oof. You know, rallies his strength, and you all get back up into a neutral position, and then let's roll for the final check.
Oh. Oh no.
Can't make it.
And slam!
Breaks his arm.
Crocus, that was, you know, pretty big arm. You take 2 damage. Your arm is a little bit, you know, with the socket and like, yeah, a little bit battered.
He almost had you though, right?
No.
Yeah, that's my
He
arm just.
started on 1.
I had him. I broke my arm, bro.
As the oldest here, says Alenka, I am quite sure that if the Count receives outsiders in his realm that are invited to the castle, that it would be highly disrespectful to not bring them to the visit.
Oh, but he wasn't invited.
He's with me, and he comes where I go because reasons. Okay.
Tricky.
Fair.
Tread with,
He does kind of need a
caution.
babysitter.
Tread with caution. I don't know.
Actually, when I think about it, leaving Crocus alone is probably worse.
Crocus starts nodding. Yes, you don't want to leave me alone.
The Sorvia has brought up a very concerning piece of information, and something that we can perhaps take a quick look at on the way. You would not regret, perhaps, finding out the mystery behind the lack of wine flowing in this region. And if this wine is what you consider to be good, Illyria, just you wait until you taste something better.
I sip on water.
You don't know what you're missing, Saruf.
Sip on water.
Well, if it is on the way, we could have a. As long as
Look,
not delay our mission to.
it will be a quick in and out, 10 minutes tops. Sovia winks. Nix looks at Sovia and winks.
Link continues with, I heard you mention before that Esmeralda, so you haven't seen her? Your family have thought that you had gone off after her.
Who am I, Esmeralda's keeper? I mean, I basically used her as the reason why it was okay. Just like you said, if others can leave, why can't I? And I guess she was the pioneer. Have you not heard from her?
No, nothing at all, says Sorvia. We are quite worried that she might have gone, what she's planning to do. You know, she's always been quite critical of how things are.
That's easy. Not really much keeping her back, but I know I did not see her beyond the mists. Not that I can recall. There was a period of time that I was being introduced to strange mushrooms by my friend, so who is to say during that period? But no, I'm sorry. I it's not like I was keeping an eye out for Ezzy.
If Esmeralda and Nyx can leave the mists, why can't I do that? Like, everyone seems to be disappearing these days. Arabelle is gone, Esmeralda is gone, Nyx has been gone. Why can't I leave the mist, huh? Alenka goes, you're too young still, Mirabelle. And yes, as you're traveling, Arabelle, Arikal's daughter, has gone missing. If you find her, take her to the camp of Valaki.
Arabelle's daughter?
No, Luvash. I'm sorry. Luvash's daughter.
Luvash's daughter.
Yes.
Well, I'm sure with my new foreign friends, we will do our very best to keep our eyes out for any shenanigans, for sure. And but I suppose that is after we have a nice, warm, enjoyable evening drinking wine and getting to hear your stories as well as hearing mine.
I very much look forward to it. Let's exchange tales. I'm very interested about those mushrooms, says Sorvia, and she moves and gets closer to you so that you can have a conversation. Mirabelle excuses herself from the table and heads upstairs, and it seems like Alenka goes to the kitchen preparing a meal for everybody. That one is not free though, so that will be 2 silver pieces each from you.
Next will pay.
For all of them?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Me and Delaria are playing chess.
Yes.
Alright.
Crocus is watching.
So just 8 silver pieces.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, it would be more like 3 silver pieces for Sir Oof, but 1 silver piece for Kakas. So
Yeah.
Balances out.
You know, that checks
Sure.
out.
yeah.
100 silver per gold, right?
10 silver.
10 silver. Okay. Sure.
Combined, Sir Oof and Crocus just like count as like, you know, 2 people.
Yeah. They balance each other out.
Yeah, they balance each other out.
1.5 plus 0.5.
Yeah, you don't want to work out the maths with that. That's gonna be nuts.
Alright, we have playing of chess. You can buy more more alcohol if you would like as well during the evening.
I'm good with water.
You will have to go and fetch more water though, just outside by the in the well, because Mirabelle is nowhere to be seen. She doesn't.
Yeah. Can fetch water.
Awesome. Yeah, a bottle of grape mash would run at 5 silver pieces, whilst a bottle of Dragon Crush is 5 gold pieces.
I might just end up drinking water because I'm cheap.
Alright. That's completely fine. They also have probably ale, like pretty hearty, bitter ale.
Crocus is just gonna see like the lack of more wine bottle, and he's just gonna get 2 more bottles.
Do you get which kind you get? Dragon Crush or Grape Mash?
Dragon Crush.
Hmm?
Get 2 more of those.
Then 10 gold pieces.
Yeah, I'm actually loaded. I spent my extra points during the character creation on gold, on wealth.
How much gold do you have right now?
That's for me and this PDF to know.
Well, I need to
That
know
is
as
like
well.
all my money.
Okay, anyway. Okay.
Positive, Crocus is now lighter, so no slowing me now.
Okay, you buy 2 bottles of that, and Alenka, nods her head to you once you get to the bar. Thank you for the patronage. You are pretty cute, I must say.
Hmm?
Crocus is just basically like muttering stuff like, damn, not cute. And, yeah.
Oh man. Badly bad.
Do you want to roll and see who wins the chess, or are you just happy playing and for an hour or 2?
Do you want to roll for it?
Sure.
It should be like pretty much just like a chance thing.
Illyria, would you have any experience with playing chess, considering your backstory? Was that something your parents considered to be like stately of a young lady to do?
Well, I mean, she probably played a few games, but it's not really something that interests her.
Alright, and so Oof, for you, do you have any like experience with chess rather than just knowing its rules?
Know the rules. I was gonna say, but I know how to cancel.
Alright, so I will give Illyria here +2 and +0
Yeah.
to Sir Oof, and then we just do a roll here.
Yeah, no, she's... Today it's just not my day.
Sadness.
Don't need to do a +0.
King me.
Lyria is probably just trying to pass the time and is more occupied still sort of like observing the people.
Alright, Eric has gone to like sweeping the floors and he like keep on sweeping the same area for like half an hour now.
Brain
What's
is
he been
also
playing?
mostly gotta work.
This guy in the background here has been like ordering dragon mash, no great mash and mass, and by now it's like half sleeping on the table. This guy have been eating dinner and have been like gently sipping on what seems to be a goblet of wine during this whole time. Still sometimes observing you guys.
As I'm like having my intimate conversations with Sorvia, I do want to like just turn around and just like notice this guy here that seems to be watching us. And there's a reason for Nyx to be suspicious about certain people, I suppose. And she's gonna just whisper to Sorvia and say like, "What's the deal with that guy? Why is he so interested in us? Is he interested in you? Is he yours?"
Oh, he wishes. No, I think I have my eyes on something a little bit bigger to chew on, if you get what I mean. Somebody who walked in through the door.
Oh, yes. Well, that you'll have to go by yourself. I can't say anything about that.
I might. No, that's Ismark the Lesser. His dear papa just died a few nights ago. Koljan Indirovich. And that name has like you vaguely remember that name? You know, the Burgomaster. He's the new one. Well, he has not really been officially inaugurated. The poor pups I've heard don't even had a funeral yet. But soon he will be the new brass in town.
Curious. Why is he drinking alone? Does he have no friends?
Ismark is certainly no halver, and his father had quite a few disgruntled people. I suspect that maybe Ismark the Lesser has always been a little bit isolated from the rest of the village. He comes here from time to time to enjoy a glass of wine and some of our food.
He is pretty dashing looking, if you ask me.
Don't tell anybody this, but Mirabelle has a crush on him.
I can see why. Those eyes. Wow.
Like sapphires, yeah. That's
Right.
why I haven't done any advances. You see, I don't wanna, you know how angry she can be.
Right. Yes, I remember the story of her just obliterating your doll for crossing her one time.
Alenka held me back. I wish she hadn't. She needs to learn her place, but Alenka has a soft spot for her.
And I have a soft spot for you, but
Are you flirting
It's okay.
with me, Nyx?
I would never. Come on, Sorvia. Anyway, we are probably going to hang out for a bit here. Is there anything that you can think of that before we head off traveling you? Barovia seems to be a little less jolly than last time I was through here.
Well, obviously it's the lack of Vistani company. As I said, they're all,
course.
outside the mists. It's Mr. Pools is us, it's Malaki, and maybe a few travelers going through Barovia, but most of them are out hunting for good wine prices. Or, as I said, for you.
I didn't expect to cause such a fuss. But then I guess Madame Eva and her
Yeah,
coddling.
she called out the search for you herself.
It means so much trouble.
I wonder why.
You kind of deserve it. I'm probably not hearing this, but you know.
You don't even know me.
In the corner, there's finally some movement from Ismark. He seems to take a big swing, finish his glass of wine, stands up, like brushes off himself a little bit, straightens up his back, and walks over with a stride that only somebody who has been born to responsibility can muster. Excuse me. I do not mean to intrude upon your company here. I'm Ismark Kolyanovich. Soon to be.
Pleased to meet you.
You too, Vistani. I'm soon to be the new burgomaster, but that's not why I've come over to your table. I must apologize. I overheard something from where I sat. To the people you have brought with you to Barovia, are they powerful?
I'm fully focusing on my chess game, and first time I'm winning someone, I'm like, great.
Illyria probably
She's
just
not
like
paying attention.
one hand, like just sort of like sliding a piece to wherever you can just take it. It was the stupidest move, and she's like, and I mean, it depends. What can we do for you? It's an honor to meet you. We're here on behalf of the Protectorate.
Protectorate? I've heard some rumors about that. A neighbor from the Vistani here. Thank you for holding me a little bit in the loop, sisters. Well, with that handsome face, who can say no? He smiles awkwardly. Well met. It's my sister. My sister is... Can we talk in private?
I break my chess piece by accident. It's
Um,
my queen. I'm like, fuck.
In essence, offering you a job. There would be coin involved. But there is some discreet aspects to this.
said you wanted to talk in private. Is there anywhere?
Yes.
Sorvia, my dear, would you mind giving us some space and let the good man with the stunning eyes say what he needs to say?
I don't like being sidelined, but we are hospitable to a fault. In a way, I needed to change clothing anyway. I will be upstairs if you need me. And she stands up and she says, Aleka! They want some privacy. I guess I had something to do in the kitchen anyway. A little bit of the stress and the tenseness of Ismark's shoulder seems to lessen a little bit, and he looks around a little bit carefully, and he moves you all like in the furthest corner of the room, like away from the other people, and still speaks in a hushed tone. And seems to be leaning a little bit more towards Illyria, Crocus, and Sir Oof rather than Nyx.
Understandable.
Rude. Understandable.
Well, it has its reasons. My sister, Irina, is in terrible danger. The Count, the Devil Strad, has taken an interest in her.
Devil?
The Devil Strad, yes, he's
Is
the
the
devil.
devil?
No matter what this Vistani will tell you, he is the devil. He's been having a tyrannical rule over this valley for several generations, treating all Barovians like slaves and the Vistani as some kind of dear friends. It's highly unfair and made us suffer.
All the pieces of the puzzle are now connecting in Oof's head. He's like, oh, that's what they meant with the wall thing, and they can't leave and all that stuff. It's
And-
all
Yeah.
connecting in my head.
And immediately as you, Sir Oof, and Lady Lyria, as you hear the name Strad, I mean, both of you have been giving rudimentary history lessons of the Protectorate. And Strad is the name of the heir to the vampiric empire that attacked the archipelago of Karnas so many years ago, but whose blood father died, and he took over as the leader, and then something happened and he disappeared, and his whole empire went disarray, and that started a war, and now there's the side of Null Nell, which is the last fortress of the vampires versus the citizens who rose up and stabbed their vampiric masters in the back.
Wait. Strad?
Yes, Strad. The vampire Strad. He's been here, stuck here. Like he has made us stuck. Cannot leave. And he cannot leave, and therefore he has to torture us. To pass the time, I presume, and he has chosen my sister to do so. Irina has been... He has fed on her twice. And I fear that next time it will be for the last. He will take her to the castle and make her one of those creepy concerts. I beseech you, please, please. She's the only thing I have left that is good in this world. You need to take her from here and bring her somewhere safe.
Where is safe in this place? And you do realize that we are here as diplomats on behalf of the Protector.
I'm not.
I think
This guy's just tagging along. We don't really know where he came from. Somewhere in the swamps or something.
Damn straight. I'm where?
he actually goes down on his knees and capture Crocus's hands in his and looks earnestly with humility into Crocus's eyes. Strange creature, then you are free from any duty, please. There's a lot of coin in this. Irina is the nicest soul that I know. She is gentle, she is kind, she is compassionate, and I love her dearly. Please, there is a lot of coin. If you do this, there must be somewhere she will be safe.
Illyria will just sort of tap him on the shoulder a little and is gonna be like, I'll do what I can.
I thank you. I thank you. Lady, was it noble yourself? Try to
Yes.
fix his posture and try to keep his composure after that big outburst of emotion. I don't know where this is safe, but Valaki has walls, and the Devil's Strad hasn't dared to go into the town for a very long time. The burgomaster there, I have some strings. An old friend of my father, he might be able to keep her safe. And then there is a cloister, just outside of Kresk, where the gleaming lord still is most strong there. His presence is felt by the cloister of Kresk. Maybe the monks there could keep her safe. You must understand that this mission you're on is certainly a farce. Sebastian never has diplomacy as an intention. He only caters to tyranny, torture, and cruelty. And now you're just pawns in his games, just as all of us are.
Interesting.
I don't necessarily know who to believe, but I know that something about this place is most definitely just wrong.
Still all about the bird.
It's not only about the bird, Sir Oof, but there was something about that bird, I swear.
Yeah. It was a smart bird. It didn't eat the pie.
I don't know a lot. He's been ruler over Barovia for a long time, before my father's father's father. But I have heard that Madame Eva of the Vistani has lived for a very long time and knows a lot. So as you have a discussion during dinner, going to her might be a good idea. Maybe she knows what to do with Irina.
Are you sure it is safe to take her there? And Illyria just sort of like looks towards Nyx for a little bit and just kind of like whispers towards and then it's like, can we trust him?
Nyx?
I think she's talking to Isaac.
Yeah, and it's just like,
I'm sorry, I thought you were talking to you. I'm sorry.
yeah, no, she's talking to him and like doesn't want Nyx to. It's like, can we?
In all honesty, I've been able to trust some Vistani and some not so much. Some are no less than slaves to Strahd than we are, but the difference is that they are willingly, while we are unwillingly. They report, spy, and inform Strahd of all those the Stradas and Eiffel in the valley. So if you're taking Irina to Madame Eva, you need to make sure that she's kept safe. That they don't take her away. It might be worth the risk.
Are we taking her? She just sort of like looks at the others.
I think this is developing. When it happens, it happens.
My mansion has beds, a really nice kitchen and fireplace. I can offer you beds and you could come and meet her. At least meet her.
Sure.
I will gladly meet her.
Do you have beds big enough? Like towards myself.
I mean, maybe we could like just move 3 of them together, and you could like lay across.
Sir, I have a very nice bear pelt in front of the fireplace.
Good enough for me.
Terrific.
Better than most places I sleep. I used to sleep on rock.
Why would you? Why would you ever do so?
I was just a bed back home.
All right. That's interesting to know. Anyway, please, we need to go to the mansion before it gets too dark. We won't be able to enter if it's past dusk.
Why not?
Irina would have sealed herself inside. No one allowed to enter.
Should get going.
Yes.
Mossy rock.
He sends his animal servants every night, scratching at the walls, howling above the roof, whispering to make Irina walk outside.
Any other birds?
Mostly bat sounds, sir.
No ravens?
Ravens wouldn't be on Devilstrad side. Ravens are a sign of good luck and the harbinger of the Gleaming Lord. Anyway, come with me. Goes out on the streets again. And oh, we should have gotten here. And leads you all down the road to the Burgomaster mansion. I don't have a picture for Burgomaster's mansion outside, but I have it inside, so I will use that.
Battle map. Spooks.
What are you talking about? Looks nice.
Maybe.
Excuse me? Oh yeah, right. He's a dead person.
Yes.
Mhm.
You know, recently dead.
No, it's not necessary to have outer tokens on the map if you don't want to. You can move around with them if you want to. But indeed, you head down the street with Frostmark, and he ushers you along, quick in his step, a little bit afraid as he looks towards the horizon, looking at the light. But there's still some, like an hour to go before it gets really dark outside. You all see a very, oh god, my accent's over there, a wary looking mansion squats behind a rusting iron fence. The iron gates twisted and torn. The right gate lies cast aside while the left swings lazily in the wind. The stuttering squeal and clang of the gate repeats with a mindless precision. Weeds choke the ground, suppressed with menace upon the house itself. Yet against the walls the growth has been tramped down to create a path all around the domain. Heavy claw marks have ripped the once beautiful finishing off the walls. Great black marks tell of the fires that have assailed the mansion. Not a pane nor a shard of glass stands in any window. All the windows are barred with planks, each one marked with stains of evil omens.
Oh no.
Indeed. Ismark goes up to the door and knocks on it, and from inside you can hear a voice. Who is it? It's me, dear sister. I brought some potential friends. And the door opens carefully, at first, and then in total to reveal a beautiful woman with long blonde locks, blue eyes, just as the brother. Family resemblances, uncanny.
Uncanny.
I don't know about beautiful. Her nose is too small.
We have different beauty standards, and that's okay, Krakus.
I know why. No, like, I got better.
Who have you brought to our house, brother? Well, they might take you to Vallaki or Kresk. They haven't decided yet, but they might. They came to meet you. And she clings onto his arm. Brother, I can't leave you here, not alone, not after father died. I cannot, I just cannot. You
Freaking they both.
Just roll him up in a carpet, sling him over your shoulder, done.
Easy. A high five, Crocus.
Low five, Crocus.
No.
Oh no, Crocus does a jump and he does a deal.
You know I can't, Irina. You're not safe here. You need to go. You know
Sounds
that.
like you are doing
For your life. Why did it have to be like this? Why? I haven't done anything. Why did he have to choose me? I don't know, Irina. I don't know.
Probably look like a past lover or something. He's lived a long time, right?
Maybe.
I mean,
Nyx is gonna go up to Irina and say, my lady, my name is Nyx Navarre of the Vistani, as I'm sure you can guess, and my friends here hail from the Protectorate. Their name has protect in it. There is no one better to keep you safe than some people who are aptly named people that protect. Is this not right?
She looks towards Sir Oof. And she says,
Flex my muscles.
they certainly look capable. This is actually the first time I've talked to a Vistani. I've spent most of my days inside, and brother don't let me meet that many people. But I am elated to finally meet one of you people.
I'm most. Nyx kind of like stammers because he's like kind of very taken by her beauty, obviously. I was like, of course, we are very good. Crackers, there's something in this air here.
Eventually goes on all fours, goes, where? Starts looking around. Circling feet, you know.
Have you all had supper? Ismark here is quite a good cook.
We did eat at the inn.
Oh,
Crocus didn't.
oh no. What, you didn't? He was given food though.
Was he?
Yeah. I paid for everyone's food.
Yeah!
Oh my god, it is because he drank so much wine.
Yeah.
Forgot.
A late night snack, some warm mulled wine.
Got any juice?
Some apple cider.
Works for me.
Alright, please come in. And
I have to bow to get into the door. Kneel a bit.
She leads you. She and Ismark leads you through the house, and you go actually up to the second floor.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cool.
Into this cozy little like study and fireplace area up here.
it's only 2, actually 3 chairs.
She brings some more chairs. Okay. Calm down.
You're sleeping on a rock. Why are you so picky?
The picture.
No rocks in here.
Ismark went to the kitchen instead to bring all the mugs of hot mulled wine, and then eventually you all meet upstairs. It's a little bit awkward at first.
Any snacks?
Did you want snacks?
I mean,
I can probably go for some nuts and dried fruits. Would you like that?
Yes.
All right, it's given to you.
And I look at Nyx while walking around the room, eating. Just look at him while I eat, standing, not sitting.
Could I note? Would I notice? Are you doing it like at the side of your eye or something?
No, I'm looking straight at you.
Nyx will stop warming his hands around the fire and notice that you're giving him a death glare, and he's gonna like sort of give a
Oh, not a death glare. Just look at you.
yeah, sure. I mean that's strange. Yeah, Nyx will come over to you and say, are you okay? Yeah, so maybe not enough water?
I felt bad about lying. As I
Lying?
put another piece in my mouth.
You felt bad about lying to who?
Never mind. And I go away.
Okay.
Elira is just like laughing her ass off, I think.
Okay.
He's gonna like turn around to be like completely confused and go to Illyria. I'm sure you would tell us if there was something wrong with him, right?
There is nothing wrong with him.
Sure, of course. Are all the lights on upstairs?
Is that
Sorry,
a
what
question
do
to
you-
me or to Lyria?
To Illyria about Saruf.
He's fine. I think.
Okay. I trust you.
Yeah, I wonder at chess, okay? Should be questioning her.
All right. Were you expecting to just let me know that you bested your
I was out of character.
comrade in arms? All right, it was okay.
Yeah.
No out of characters. Thank you.
Ah, shit. Fuck. Because I assumed you were asking out of earshot, so I wouldn't hear that, so... Yeah.
Ismark puts down the cup of mulled wine. He has one of the tables here that he's leaning at, and he turns his gaze towards Nyx. I mean no disrespect, Mr. Vistani.
Navare, please.
Mrs.
Vistani is my grandmother.
He's confused for a second before he catches his composure again. You must understand that I need to ask this question, and I need a truthful answer from you. Are you a servant of the Devil's Strahd?
Nyx looks at him a little bit, kind of not confused, but more like perplexed that he would ask the question. And he says, "Well, I've never met the man, so
I'm
what does
sure
that say?"
that a lot of Vistani have not met Demostrad, yet many serve him. Loyal to
Rest
him.
Listen, the only thing I'm loyal to is my book here. And to Krakus.
And what does the book contain?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know? Are you a reader?
I am. I need to read about a lot of things to be Burgomaster.
Well, I mean, if you have time, I can certainly go through certain notes and stories that have been already filled in. I am what you call more of a free spirit. I go where the winds say there is excitement, and they drew me away from the mist for a time. I don't believe I am a servant of Strahd. But then again, I didn't pay too much attention.
Are you trying to hide something, or are you completely open and honest about it?
He is kind of like... he wants to intrigue him, because he also thinks he's hot.
Oh god.
Yeah. Okay.
He wants to be like this mystery kind of guy. And like perhaps say things like that perhaps could get him in trouble, but he doesn't care. It's like fucking bards, right?
Crocus is in the back and shaking his head like, ugh, and just just walking away, just trying to not pay attention to it.
I
Yeah.
spent 100 gold to heal a bandit from a curse because I thought he was hot. It's fine. I completely understand.
Okay. Ismark furrows his brow, like, openly confused by what he's hearing. But, so you were the one who brought them into the mists?
I may have had a hand in that. Are you impressed?
Impressed? I'm disgusted. How can you
Oh.
lead these people to their fate? To the fate that all of the Barovians share?
I think you're getting a little ahead of yourself. I mean, they don't look like they are as hopeless as the other Barovians. And look at him. Look at her. And look at the
So,
little one.
Have you
They
brought
will
them here
surprise you.
because you think that they can defeat the devil? And they have accepted this price, this sacrifice?
I'm not sure I know what you're talking
Are
about,
we
my good
hearing
sir.
this?
Yeah, you all in the same room.
I have no clue what you're saying. I mean, to the death, what do you think I am?
We were told we are here as diplomats to
Yes,
negotiate
diplomats.
with
I don't know what.
the count whose
Yes,
name you refused to give us.
Count Strad Monsarovich, the devil. In other words, and indeed, that is the full name of Strad, the conquering vampire.
No, I'm just referring to the fact that Nyx has been super mysterious about.
Ah, the name. Yeah, you only call themselves Count of Barovia.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
We were told that the Count of Barovia wanted to talk.
Wow.
Not a name or anything.
This is true. The Count does want to talk.
And Illyria kind of like takes a few steps towards Nyx. Probably not sure if she has a rapier on her or not, but probably one hand on her rapier if she does. And she just sort of like looks between the two of them and is like, I would like to know what's going on here.
Then where to? Vistani, you don't know of the fate of the Barovians? Of anyone that is not Vistani?
Everyone is having a great time, right?
Are you open with this fact that you actually don't know what he's talking about? Like, can you
Sure. I mean, yeah,
confusion
sure.
on your face? You
Yeah, I mean, he says things. I mean, as far as it looks like, I suppose. He looks like he isn't stammering or like thinking of any other word. It's like an innocent comment.
Rubina steps forward and lays like a gentle hand on your arm. So, Mr. Navarai, you brought us in these people not knowing? Not knowing that they can't leave.
They can leave. I mean, just like I walked out, they can walk out, of course. What are you talking about, Irina?
Oh no, I am so sorry what this would do to you. Unknowingly putting other people into this fate. I hope it doesn't weigh too heavily on you.
Wait. You can't say this to me. This is all just makeup. It's funny time for Nix, yes?
They all look like creepily serious at you. Like you get this really big stone in your stomach, Nix, as you realize that slowly but surely that they are dead serious. And it freaks you out.
I think I need some air. Please excuse me. Nix is gonna like stumble out of the room and like go to the front door to empty what he ate just previously.
Oh no.
Damn.
Crocus is gonna chase after.
Illyria thinks it's probably not a good idea to go after him, so she's just gonna like trying to calm herself.
I'm sitting in one of the chairs.
It's a little bit awkward. You have to cross your legs to fit your butt in there.
Even the big chair's in the middle.
Yeah, to make it completely comfortable for you, you need to cross your legs so your butt doesn't fill as much to share. Anyway,
I have a big, luscious butt, that is true.
it's
Very
Marco.
muscular.
Okay.
Double C thick.
Thick.
Ah yes.
Damn it.
Thick. Too
Damn
thick
it.
for the chair.
I'm trying to have a creepy moment.
Yeah.
Too much pushing for the.
Ismark walks over to Illyria and Sir Oof. I'm terribly sorry to inform you of this news, but there is a curse on the Valley of Barovia. The jailer himself and all who enters who do not have a get out of jail free card who do not have the blessing of Strahd cannot leave the mists, and neither can your soul.
Simple. Get one of those cards. We kill him.
Don't think it's an actual card we can get.
Many have tried.
And I realized it was a metaphor, okay? But
I
there must be
remember
something.
when I was young, there were some adventurers like you who came through town, who were invited by the devil. Was once they learned of their predicament, they made friends with my father. I was only a small child at that point. I don't remember too much, but they were led by a powerful magician. And they went to the castle a few times, trying to end devil. And he had some knowledge about vampires and their weaknesses. But they came back with the news that the devil is not a normal vampire. He's something else. Something more. They say he's unkillable.
Nothing's killable.
Well, I don't know. But from where I stand, it seems all very, very bleak.
Well, I do not plan on settling down here or anything.
No, even if he is so mighty, and even if he has invited you, and now you are mice in his game, I would not recommend just falling over and dying on your own. No. We need to fight. We need to fight. Even if 1,000 of us will fail, 1,000,000 of us will fail, everything will be worth it if just one of these times we could find that sliver of hope and use it and vanquish him. And in the
What if?
meantime, we can anger him by keeping Irina out of his clutches. What are you gonna say?
No. What if it was like, Så det var det kunde stå.
Oh. Outside, Crocus finds a disturbed Nyx.
Well, Crocus doesn't have much to say. He knows his friend has been deceptive and such. He's just basically just trying to comfort him, you know, pat him on the back, say cast guidance.
I had no idea, Crocus. It was not meant to go like this. I am so sorry to have wrapped you up in this if what they say is true. Was there maybe mushrooms? I not be able to leave. I had never thought that would be the case, or that was even possible.
Crocus knows that Nyx is being sincere, and he's just being supportive. It's all right. We all make mistakes. The only thing we could do now is pick ourselves up. As you said before, you just keep going. What do we do now? Because you've trapped me here.
Oof.
You're called.
I need to apologize. This was not our mission. We just were meant to prove to Madame Eva that I was not the terrible person that everyone presumed me to be. This was meant to be an easy, I did it, and look at me now, bitches. But now their lives, their fates, that is on me, including yours. I have to make this right. I cannot let this live. I cannot have my legacy as the idiot Vistani that doomed people from another land. That will not be the saga of Nyx Nevere. That I can tell you, Krakus.
I'm still getting my mushrooms, right?
I'm sure there are mushrooms. That much is true. I'm sure I have seen various mushrooms further on, perhaps near the vineyard, or actually near where the rest of my family gather. I did not lie to you, Krakus. That I know. I was under the impression that this letter would just elevate me somehow, and now it is much, much more serious. I hope you can forgive me, but I understand if you cannot.
Well, you owe me twice now. It's better be bloody good in the end.
Let us return and face my fate amongst the protectorate guards. Eesh.
Are you sure you want to do that? We could just run like we always do.
Nyx thinks for a moment like it was like a pretty decent idea. Then he thinks back to it, said like, you know that this book of mine will not have a happy ending if we become cowards and run away.
No.
The call to adventure and the story of Nyx Nevere and Krakus must be a grand epic. This is what we have been waiting for.
It's what you've been waiting for. I left the swamp to help my people to find a solution to our problems. I'd hoped you would help me with this, and I still have that hope. We may be trapped here, but we can still do something. But you always know what to do. So lead the way.
Now that you say that, Krakus, if we can somehow alleviate the oppression that the Count seems to have hold over this land, maybe there is room for your family here too. We could be neighbors.
Yeah, we'll see. Go
We'll
on.
see.
No use standing outside in the cold. Let's get back in. I'm getting hungry, and they have a kettle.
Always after your stomach, Krakus, but thank
Oh,
you for
no, I'm going to
understanding.
put some stuff in it and boil it in a minute. I have some ideas.
Nyx laughs and follows Krakus inside.
Crocus is behind and is just... Well, no, he just opens the door and lets Nyx go in front, but he's actually got a concerned look on his face, but he's trying to keep the facade up. That he's not concerned. Not too concerned.
Arena sends a sad and sorrowful gaze towards Nyx, and then gently smiles, trying to encourage.
Nyx walks up to Illyria and the seated Sir Oof.
Illyria will. I mean, Nick seemed like very sincere earlier. And Illyria will actually sort of like reach her hand out and be like, I'm sorry.
Nyx will like want to block it and not have her her touch him in that kind of way. He feels like he looks quite like he's putting on a brave face and saying, I know I have made a mistake, and I am not looking for your pity. I accept any judgment you have from me, but I would like to right this wrong if I can.
Well, you'll have plenty of time for that since we're stuck in here together.
Yes,
I mean, you might be able to leave still. I don't know.
maybe, but at this point, that is neither here nor there. If Krakus cannot leave, I do not leave. And if Krakus is willing to stay with you, I am. But more so, your fates are now my burden to bear.
We'll manage somehow.
Ismark, you were saying before I so rudely left both your presences that this was a prison now for us all, and what? What do we do now? How do I right this wrong? How do I fix this? I need to fix this.
I see the candor in you, Mr. Navarre. And I truly believe that you did not know. So either you were not important enough to tell, or you didn't care about what was said about the devil, which I guess is a good sign. Well,
Wait. So why can he leave?
Maybe
It-
Madame Eva knows.
Madame Eva would know more than I, but I have heard rumors that the Vistani is old friends to the Count.
Huh. Interesting. Well,
It would be a miracle to kill the unkillable, but if you wish to challenge him in battle, I would only plead that you would do so carefully.
there's
With
a
the
reason they
strength.
sent an Argent Purifier for this mission. This is only meant to test me to see if I can ever get the role of chapter master. This is the truest test I can ever kill the unkillable.
That's an interesting way of looking at it, sir.
I mean, what else is the reason for sending a man such as I on this mission? What diplomatic mission? Must
We
be
sh-
a test.
should
I-
call you Sir Optimism.
Probably more about to not send me alone, but I appreciate your optimism. I'm
Man,
sure.
no, this is a test. He likes me. The current chapter master wants me to succeed him. Know this. He sees potential.
If you want to do something good in Barovia, then I beseech you once more. I cannot leave Barovia. I'm
Oh no,
the
no,
next
see there.
the village of Barovia.
Oh. Fair.
I'm the next burgomaster. The whole village is in upheaval. We don't have many guards. Crime has gone off the charts. My father in his last years were not completely there. And I have a lot to do.
Wait a minute. Again. Wait a minute. How's your father die? Rude question. How did he die?
Straightforward.
The siblings look down on the ground, a sadness overcoming them, and with a quivering lip, Irina says, "That's my fault.
How?
Ever since the devil has been visiting us every night. It's been going on for weeks. None of us been able to sleep. Scared every night that they would break through the barriers, break through the house. And I am scared of listening to that voice that is so beckoning. I lose my senses, I lose my sanity. It's so hard to fight against. There's magic in his gaze, in his words. Thankfully, I don't remember much after that, but it was too much for father. He died of a heart attack during one of the attacks 3 days ago.
Oh.
Nix walks
Way
over
sadder than I
to
thought.
Nix walks over to Irina and unfastens one of the brightly colored sashes around its tail and hands it to her.
Illyria kind of
And
looks over.
she bends
and
her eyes.
Or whisper to anyone in nature. I really thought it would be the carriage thing. Not
dear.
this sad thing.
Just kind of like trying to be comforting and like sort of like seeing if seeing if she maybe is allowed to maybe place her hand on her shoulder carefully.
Yeah,
And-
Irina seems to invite you.
and-
She seems to be not shy away from physical contact.
And Illyria is gonna say, if it's not your fault.
How else could I make sense of all of this? Maybe I should have just killed myself long ago. And immediately
Don't say
Ismark grasps the other shoulder and tightly. Rina, don't say that. You deserve to live.
You do, and this is not your fault that some sort of monster has a unhealthy obsession with you.
No, it's not my fault, but it is my fault that it has hurt the people around me. There was that, you know the tale as much as I do, Ismark, of Marina. She killed herself, and she was never taken as consort. Irina, but Perez was flooded. Many people died in the devil's rage. Nothing you do will. It's not his fault. This is all his fault. This is the devil's fault, not yours. You do not deserve to be harassed or have these thoughts. We will bring you to safety, and then he will give up. And it will be that. Julie?
Hmm?
You were you gonna say something? No, I'm sorry. I might have heard myself.
I don't think so. I mean, Illyria is just sort of like still trying to like be a little bit comforting, just sort of like, trying to be there. She does look very, very sort of like moved and determined by everything, though.
Oh, Sir Roof is beaming of the chance of being able to become a chapter master.
Everyone else is like quiet and sad in the
Already
room.
sharpening his axe or more.
And Saruf is just sitting there looking into the fire and smiling. This is my
I'm back
chance.
to them. Like, it looks like I'm serious. They don't see me, but I'm smiling.
Illyria sort of like has this glint in her eyes of like, I'm gonna fucking kill this asshole. But she's trying to like comfort Irina.
Yeah, she sobs a little bit in your half embrace, overcome by emotion. Whilst Ishmark says, "So you will take her."
Are you sure she is safer with us on the road? She is here?
Have you seen the state of my house? Any
Well-
day now, and a wall will break down.
But what would you reckon would happen? Or
It's surely safer with us than just sitting around waiting to be picked off by.
that is true. We're definitely taking her.
As Mrs. Navarre say, I don't know what to do anymore. There's not enough guards with enough bravery to stand up to the devil in the village. We feel his gaze more heavily than the rest of the valley. And hiding her here hasn't brought anything good with it either. I fear I might have been unfair to her.
One question I have for you both, Ismark, Irina. You certainly done your best until this point, protecting your sister, staying alive. Do you have any sort of skills in remaining so, or are we expected to just treat your sister as she was a child?
I'm not a child. I know how to take care of myself. I know how to write. I know how to sew. I know how to cook. And I can swing a sword if I have to. Indeed, I made sure to make Irina prepared. But I was brought up as a soldier, just like my father. And I think I can whip some townfolk into shape to become the new guard. It will take some time, but I am... The blade is known to me, but Irina didn't have as much time. The devil took an interest just a few months ago.
Well, I wish you the best of luck with that.
Road.
Go ahead.
Illyria is gonna say, maybe we can teach her a few more tricks on the road.
Oh, like a dog?
No!
Not like a dog, Sir Wolf, she's my sister! But
I just imagined that like Illyria and like maybe Ismark just both like look over to Sir Oof and are like, no!
I turn around back towards my fire. Like,
okay. If you could, then that would be extremely helpful. I'm sure that Irina has no... Oh, no, of course not. Anything. I want to live. I want to help Ismark make Barovia better. At some point in the future, if I can. But Ismark, you know, I cannot leave. I refuse to leave until we have buried our father.
Well,
I can dig a
not.
hole.
You took the shovel out of my hands right there, Saruf. This one, he is super good with his hands, and he just loves to work on his muscles.
A proper burial needs more than a hole.
Yes, he needs to
Two
be
holes?
buried with the honor that the Burgomaster, that our blessed father deserves. He must be buried in the graveyard, like all our ancestors before, and ordained by a priest of the Gleaming Lord. At sunrise.
If you had luck, with
You just grab a priest, drag him to the graveyard, and
preparing
sunrise.
burial.
Saruf, this is very sensitive thing. It's not just a cadaver that you throw in a hole. This is their father.
How
Have some
quickly
sympathy.
would you be able to organize?
Well, I did not wish to bring father there, but when you are here, I think we can fulfill Irina's wish. You see, Father Donovich has left the church in quite of a disarray. No one goes there anymore. And we don't have any servants, nor any guard force as of yet. Frankly, we are quite broke. I could not carry him properly to the church even, because Irina can't leave the house. Not even during the day.
Hey, what happens if she leaves during the day? I get what happens during the night, but is it the same thing during the day? Or
I've
just curious.
heard stories that normal vampires are not supposed to be able to walk in sunlight.
Mm-hmm. That sounds right. From
That is-
what I learned.
The devil ignores this.
That's a problem.
He can... The sunlight of Barovia never... does not affect him any more than a gust of wind. Anytime Irina left the house, first time we did not know he was interested. The second time as a mistake, she was immediately taken away. And came back so white and dreamy. His charms clouding her memory. I don't remember much, just his eyes, his cold touch, and the stinging of those teeth. Yes, so you see, I haven't been able to bring her father to the church, and many dare not to go there because of his son.
Why? Sounds like there's more.
Well, you see, his son joined those adventurers so long ago when they attacked the castle. And Duro came back a monster. Donovich, Father Donovich, blessed, but foolish, cannot look past his love for his son. So he has trapped him in the cellar, praying night and day that the Gleaming Lord would bring a cure to Duro. He has turned away all townspeople, and many, including I, am afraid to enter the church in case the Duro would be left out of the cellar.
So you're saying we have to rid the church of this demonic stench to allow this burial of your father to begin?
The church is still a holy place. I've just been afraid to go alone. To be quite frank. But with you, I'm sure that if the worst would happen, that Irina wouldn't be alone in the world. And I will offer 50 gold pieces now, and 300 gold pieces if you return to me and ensure me that Irina is safe. For your troubles.
Return to you after she is with my family.
Don't think leaving her with your family is a good idea.
I do not trust all of the Vistani. No disrespect. There are some who are lured by the devil.
So where are we going to take your sister?
The only two places that I know that can have the potential is behind the walls of Valaki, maybe close to the church, or the cloister outside of Kresk, with the monks, for the Gleaming Lord. Our god must be stronger than the devil, right?
That is a long way. I have no doubt that we can achieve this task for sure, but we were not really expecting to do this. At least things have changed. Perhaps if I realized you don't have much, but provisions, a horse and cart, anything to help us get there quicker would be appreciated.
Boots and food. Boots for walking.
Instead of the money now, I can offer 3 horses and rations and traveler clothing, rope. We don't, a family as it stands, don't benefit from a wagon, so we do not own one.
Oh, we should have stolen that cart.
We know someone with a wagon, don't we?
Oh, we do.
No!
Yes,
We'll be right
we
back.
do. We
No.
do know. We do know someone.
Yes, we do know someone, but no.
Hey, he got it out of suspicious circumstances. He can lose it out of suspicious circumstances, okay?
Maybe
As
you
far
He-
as
could
I know,
purchase
he
one
didn't
from
need.
Builder of Mercantile.
Hmm?
Maybe you could purchase one from Builder of Mercantile.
Oh, that's the guy we're talking about, I think.
Oh.
Was it? No.
Yes.
Yeah,
it
no,
is.
that's the guy we're talking
I
about.
just remember Uncle, okay?
He said,
Well,
So-
come to my shop. Sorry, continue. Adrian.
Yeah.
So, there are some things that we can take care of here in Barovia, or we could just. Yeah, well, that is along the road on the way. We are certainly heading west. We are in Barovia, which is the furthest town in the east. So, whatever happens west of here. But Barovia has this issue with the church. The Irina will not leave until her father is buried. And
Indeed, I refuse. She says.
so we have a few things to take care of here before we can be on our merry way.
First, sure.
We should take care of the burial. Well, the church thing.
Yeah.
That would be most kind of you. I'm so glad that some so compassionate outsiders have graced us with their presence. I sense some hope. Finally, some hope.
One so beautiful as you, think nothing of it.
She blushes a little bit. If Nix whips up his map, somewhere around here would it be the town of Valaki. Can you see my ping, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
And then somewhere in like this area over here would be Kresk. And
Yeah, it's
walking from the
far, right?
gates to Barovia took like 2.5
Yeah.
days.
Well,
Yeah, more like
do any of you
1.5.
know how to cure a monster? Human turned monster? We gotta fix that, right?
I'm sure we can come up with one or two solutions.
You
I know
know,
one good cure.
Possibly alchemical.
I think we just kind of have to go to the church and like just be there in case something goes terribly wrong with that creature. We don't necessarily have to cure or kill it, right?
Well,
Oh,
that's what
no.
I'm saying.
I cannot ask you of such. It's
Curing's the only way I know how to cure someone of becoming a monster is killing. Then they're not a monster.
we have suggested to throw fire down into the cellar to Father Donovich, but
That's very cruel of you. Not gonna lie. More thinking of like head chopping, burning someone. Yeah, that's messed up.
I'm not willing to risk my people.
For sure, but Father Donovich realizes his son is gone, right?
No, he does not. He begged me on his knees, tears in his eyes, that I should not kill his son. And I did not have the heart to enact my plan.
You, we do not have share the same sympathies, but to be honest, I'm with Roof on this one.
I cannot criticize nor
It's
judge your actions in this. The only thing me and Irina can ask for is help with the burial.
It's like removing a tentacle off you. Do it fast.
We'll help you with the burial.
That's most kind. Most kind indeed, lady. My lady, I should say.
Then leave it to us. We will be back soon.
Right.
Do you do wakes afterwards?
There are very few who would mourn our father's passing, considering how he lost it in the end. However,
Rough.
this ceremony must happen at sunrise. It's the traditional way. So you may stay the night, and then at just before sunrise, I will take you to the church.
You
Alright.
have baths?
That's
Bats? Beds?
Baths. Bad.
Huh?
You wants to take a
Oh,
bath.
baths! I'm sorry. I
No,
heard
bats.
bats.
water tubs.
Baths.
And
Water
baths.
tubs.
Okay. Oh, yes, we can help with that. I can go to the well and Rena can heat it up. I'm sure you feel worse for wear from traveling.
I was mostly thinking of Krakos, but yes.
Oh no, Krakus has got intentions to go to the kitchen and start doing some alchemy.
Bam. All right. So, with a plan in front of you, stay the night, have some baths, do some alchemy. In the morning, deal with Duro the monster and bury Irina's and Ismark's father. And then head to Madame Eva and
The vineyards.
Mhm.
And the
Oh
vineyards.
yeah, the vineyards is also on our list of interesting places to go. And the interesting conundrum of making good of Strahd's invitation to the castle as diplomatic envoys, or heading towards Wallachia or Kresk to keep Irina safe. And with that, we're going to end the episode for tonight.
Mm.